Scout and I are just returning from a walk. We're out in the country now. This is our new street. It's so backward here. Like a step back in time sometimes. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but our police chief, or whatever you want to call it, is titled constable. He's not police chief or sergeant, or he's constable. I was coming home driving up the road, and there was a little boy up the street, and there was no adults around him. He was standing kind of out in the farm and woods with no houses nearby, and he had no coat on, and it's rather chilly today and a bleak rainy day. It's like 10 degrees colder here than it is at home, than I'm used to in June. So he was standing by the side of the road, no coat, and he was lifting up what appeared to be a blue post-it note in one hand with writing on it to cars that were going by. And he was just like 7 or 8 years old, maybe. So I turned around because my mind kept thinking, what if he's lost? What if his little sign said help or something, and I drive right by, and then later I, read about him in the newspaper or hear about him in the news. So I turned around, went back, pulled alongside, rolled down the window, and asked, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I just want to ask if anybody wants to hold a baby chicken." And his little post-it note had printing on it all crooked and strange about want to hold baby chicken or something. I just thought that was so funny. I laughed and I said, "No, I don't have time to do that right now, but that's a good idea." And he said, "Thanks." It just cracked me up. It's like Mayberry here or something. People will go into stores and not lock their car. Or if it's winter and cold, they will not lock their car and leave their cars running while they go run into the store. Now, I'm from Chicago. I will never be comfortable not locking my car when I get out and go in somewhere. That just ain't gonna happen, I don't think. But it's nice to know that there are still places like that in the world. And I have never seen or encountered so many lilac bushes. This place has lilacs up the wazoo. This is my brother and sister-in-law's, my sister and brother-in-law's property, where I live and rent the guest cottage. It's one of their lilacs. It's tons of them all over the place. And here's our little shack. Now, apparently, LeeAnn has been tearing at her hair, gnashing her teeth, and complaining, "What about your bonsai, Stevie? What about your bonsai, Stevie?" So I will show LeeAnn the bonsais. This is my flower garden in this little rocky place that I've been working on. I planted some stuff in there, and there was already things in there. I planted that, I got the flowers, and this is my fuchsia. I'm getting an iris. And there's a peony bud way over there on that bush. I just recently bought this rhododendron that I'm gonna, I almost said bury, plant on the other side of the cabin. Okay, LeeAnn, here are the bonsais. They made it through the move in the winter, and here they are thus far. Some have weathered better than others. Here's my lilac. He's a little on the sparse side. I don't know if I want to give him some feed or what exactly. And I bought these little flowers to plant. These are geraniums that Mom and I have bought and I wintered over. There's several of them that I've put. Anyway, here we are back home. I've been planting things there. I'm going to put the rhododendron I just showed you over there. This morning we had turkeys walking through the yard.